You're listening to Entrepreneur's Enigma, a podcast about the ups and downs of the entrepreneurial journey. Every week, your host, Seth Goldstein, interviews entrepreneurs from all walks of life about their entrepreneurial journeys. From store owners to Fortune 500 CEOs, we all have stories to tell. So sit back and join us for the next 20 or so minutes while we explore the entrepreneurial world.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Enigma podcast. I am your host as always, Seth with Goldstein Media and Podcast Mastery. Today I have Melanie Sikma, who is the CEO and co-founder of her family's tax firm, One Stop Tax Strategists, which is probably the coolest domain name ever. ost.tax. You really took advantage of having those new fancy schmancy suffixes. I like
That's
it.
right. We actually started out with the onestoptaxstrategist.com and we're like, this is way too long.
Too long. People are going to mistype it somewhere. It's, when you can get shorter. And it does redirect to the main one, which is smart.
Yeah.
Because if that's where all the juice is for the SEO, keep it at the big one, but make it so it's easy to find with the short one. Very smart. Very smart. So,
thank you.
Melanie and her gang helps high-income entrepreneurs bring peace to their taxes and purpose to their profits through strategic tax planning, top-notch accounting work, and financial support. So everything that I'm not good at, she's good at.
My team is good at. I'll say that.
Yeah, and you're good at being the figurehead of the business. Exactly.
That's right.
So One Stop Tax Strategists uncovers an average of $70,000 in tax savings per year for their clients, so business owners can stop stressing and start truly living more. So definitely, and in the show notes, there's gonna be a link to an AI chatbot that's gonna help you see how much you can save in taxes. So
that's right. It's our brand new chatbot, so you guys can chat with Sally.
Sally the chatbot. I like it.
Yeah.
Like it. So, Melanie, how did this all get started? I mean, you say it's a family business, so I guess your parents started it and you took over, or?
No, actually, so my dad's been a CPA for over 40 years, and
God bless him. God bless him.
He's actually, though, he thinks of the tax code like a game of chess, and he's always loved games, and so he's kind of turned it into that, and he's been super creative and very unique in that regard, because usually creative CPA.
Creative CPA.
It's usually an oxymoron, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's kind of taken it, and then we've systematized it so that our team can carry out the strategies. But he had multiple different firms. This firm is our newest one, and he started this with my sister and I. And so we've helped it build from the ground up. Yeah. And then his role is more of like the mentor CPA to our CPAs.
Yeah, he's like, go talk to dad. Go talk to dad.
Yeah.
You're stuck, go talk to dad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or you're like, Dad, I messed up my own taxes. Help me.
Exactly.
God forbid, right? God forbid you screw up your own taxes when you own a tax firm. So are you licensed in all 50 states? Are you able to help people everywhere? Or like, how's that work?
Yeah, we have clients all over the United States.
Wow.
And you don't have to get a license in all 50 states. It's more just understanding the tax laws.
Oh,
and so
which can be a real joy.
Yeah, they're all different. And so we have cheat sheets. We have some like references for that, but then our CPAs just kind of take different regions. That's kind of how we handle that.
Oh, that's very cool, because I know then there's states, and then there's commonwealths, and commonwealths have some weird crap going on because they're not quite a state, but they're more than a state, and they're less than a state, and it's like, what the heck? I live in Pennsylvania, so you
guys have some weird stuff too.
Oh God, Pennsylvania's a commonwealth. Yeah, it's the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, so it's a weird ass thing.
Yeah.
And so my accountant says, "Well, that I looked something up on Google, which Google, Dr. Google, accountant Google, look at something on Google, and I'm like, well, Jersey says this, and they're like, we are nothing like Jersey.
Yep.
And Jersey is its own thing in its own right, but it's like every state is its own bonkers tax code, and then there's the federal taxes. So go figure. I wish they did what is it, Germany? They send you a postcard saying you owe this much, you pay that much, and you're done.
Well,
I would love that. I would love that. Just tell me, like, this is what we need to fix the roads. Then I'll give you the money.
Yeah.
And then fix the goddamn roads. Like
but
seriously,
we
there's the
get
roads are the
to.
garbage here.
That's where, though, the nice thing with the U.S. tax code is, so it's thick enough where if you held it in front of your chest and somebody shot a Glock 45 at it, it wouldn't penetrate it.
It's a
But
good doorstop too.
it's a good doorstop too, yeah. But only 10 of those pages tell you how to pay. The rest tell you how not to pay. So
Oh
to your
really?
point, it's built so that you don't have to pay if you know the game, if you know the rules of the game.
Ooh,
And so that's the key,
cool.
is finding somebody that knows that. And most business owners are too busy building their business. You don't need to go read the tax code at night. That's not,
Oh
you don't have time
God.
for that. Mm-mm.
Have you read it?
I haven't. My dad used to spend
Oh, your dad.
lunchtime reading the tax code. That was his fun. And
Wow.
he would read like tax books and different things. And
Oh, he's a tax nerd.
oh, loves it. And our team loves it. They get excited about numbers and the tax
Luckily, you're
code.
the personality of the group.
I get to do the marketing, the
Yeah.
recruiting of our team. I make sure that our team is a great fit for our clientele, and that's the fun part for me. So, yeah.
Oh, and then I think that makes sense. And what does your sister do there? Is she more of the gearhead on the side of things?
Yeah, so she is our COO, and so she keeps she's the grease in the wheels.
See, that works. You got Pop, who does all the geeky stuff.
Yeah.
You got Melanie, who is like the personality of the company. And you got Sis, who does like kind of keeps things running.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what you got to do as an entrepreneur. When you think about it, is do what you're good at, hire or partner up for the rest.
Yep. And it's more fun that way.
It's more fun. I mean, you obviously get along with your parent and and your sister. Otherwise, hopefully you wouldn't be in business together if you didn't get along. So
yeah.
So how long has this company been in business for?
This will be our 5th year, I believe. Yeah.
You made it through the 5 years. We all know that 5 years is like the most challenging.
It's definitely been my sister had a baby.
Oh wow!
Year 2.
Oh
no,
geez.
Year 3, and it was pretty crazy. Yeah, we had to shift. We shifted our business models, and now I feel like we're finally like we've worked out all the kinks, and we're like good. Our team is amazing. Our plans are good, and I'm sure there's gonna be other wrenches, but I feel like we're in a really good spot.
But it's the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. That's the whole purpose of this podcast, is to discuss ups and downs. I mean,
yeah.
So sister has a baby. You're like, all right, well, she needs to actually take a break for a little bit and spend some time with the baby. Oh no, there goes the grease in the wheels. Oh no, Dad, step in because I don't want to do it. Kind of thing.
Yeah. When she had her baby, I was working like 90-hour weeks to help.
I'm sure your kids enjoyed that.
It was wild.
But you do what you can do, because then when you need to go do something, your sister steps in or your dad
exactly.
steps in.
It's gone back and forth. It has.
That works out nicely. So in this, the 5 years doing this, well, let's phrase it this way. What did you do before starting this business? What's your background?
So I actually was a teacher in youth prisons and juvenile hall.
I was not expecting that as our teacher. And I was like, well, so you know how to deal with tough clients.
That's right. Yeah. So I did that. And then I used to work I also worked for my dad's old firm before he sold it to his employees. And so I did the sales there. And so I learned a little bit of the tax stuff. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sorry, I can't let that one go yet. That is wow. So so you really do know how to pivot on a dime.
Oh yeah.
The teacher in general is like admirable, and you have to learn how to pivot. But when you're teaching in kids who have issues and are incarcerated because they have issues.
15, 16-year-old murderers, rapists, all that. Yeah. It was.
Oy.
I loved it though. They loved me. They're fun. You just have to be tough and be consistent. That was the main thing.
Yeah. Wow. That was something I was not expecting. But that's the thing about podcasts, is that there's always a left, right hook, jab. There's always something fun. So what made you leave the penal colony?
Well, I will say it was when I had my kids, it was emotionally draining job, like you have to, you can never let your guard down when you're with them, because they're constantly trying to get around the different things. And you
like
have to
typical teenagers, but 10 times worse. We're going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show.
But yeah, but a lot scarier. So you have to be always on guard. And so then I just felt like I was drained when I came home to my family. And so I was open to switching that. And then my dad actually at the time, he was partnered with Tony Robbins. And so their firm at the time was growing pretty rapidly. And so they needed help. And I used to be a personal trainer. Personal training's basically sales. And so he asked me to come on board there.
Oh, so you know Tony Robbins?
I don't know him personally, no. But yeah, they worked with him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to go to the events and stuff. I'm pretty
surprises. You're full of surprises, Melanie. I like that. Very cool.
I got a lot of twists and turns in my life.
Yeah, but that's what makes things interesting. So you did personal training. You were a teacher for hard knocked kids.
Yeah.
I'll put that lightly. You did work in the tax field with your dad prior. Now, what's in your mind is the best thing about being an entrepreneur and being ahead of the game here?
I love building the team. That's my favorite part, is finding building the company culture. That's my favorite part of it. I really do love that. And I love meeting people. I love the flexibility too. My husband and I, my husband runs a nonprofit and we serve a lot in Africa. And so we get to go over there and be able to travel.
You're really full of twists and turns. I wasn't expecting that one either. Jeez.
Yeah. So it allows travel. And then I homeschool my kids too. So it allows the flexibility to do that.
Oh my God. And when do you sleep?
Well, it's funny. You know the ChatGPT thing going around where you tell ChatGPT to create a caricature of yourself based off of what it knows? It created one and I had 1,000 things around me. And I was like, no wonder I'm feeling worn out. Because I saw that. And I do have a tutor for my kids.
Good. So you can get a break, which is then going to work.
Yes, which I enjoy it though.
I know you have to enjoy what you're doing to make it work, but I'm exhausted for you. My God. But it's awesome because then that's also when you homeschool your kids, they can tag along with you to Africa and do fun things. Yeah. And get credit for it for school.
They get to they've sat in African classrooms and gotten to go to school with the kids there. So it's pretty cool.
What an experience.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
They're 8 and 10.
Wow. What an experience for these kids.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And my daughter, she loves it. She's like, Mom, I feel like I'm home in Africa. And she will make earrings and sell, and she'll donate the money to help them. And so they love it.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Wow. You're pretty dynamic, my friend.
I have ADHD clearly, so I have to have a lot of things to interest me.
That's me with my 3 podcasts, my 3 businesses. It's just how it is. We gotta go. And then we sleep. When we sleep when we actually just crash.
Yeah, exactly. I sleep really good.
Yeah, because you're busy doing stuff. That's awesome. So, best thing about being an entrepreneur is the freedom. You can go to Africa. You can do what you want. You can be with your kids when you want. Yeah. What's the toughest thing about being an entrepreneur then?
I would say that the responsibility is on you. So, that's the toughest part. And then as a mom, I'd say there's a lot of trying to juggle just being a mom. I have my oldest daughter has Tourette's. And so that's part of why we homeschool. And so juggling that's difficult. Yeah. But the flexibility does allow me to do that. But then, you have to show up, you have to be there, and you have to be strong for your team. So just even, showing up strong when you're struggling personally sometimes is difficult too.
Oh my God. It's sometimes difficult. It's always difficult.
Yes.
And also, because you have 10, you said 10 and 8. So they're tweens.
Yes.
So they're borderline teens. I can tell you when they hit 13, my son is 13. He hit 12/13. And oh my God, it was like a switch went off. I'm like, oh my God, you're angsty.
Mine already is.
Angst is so, oh my God, the angst is so thick with this child. I mean, he used to be this. We're all ADHD, so it's it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And he bounces off the walls, hyperactive, creative as can be. Turned into a teenager. I'm like, oh my god, angst. Oh my god, he's creative. I love him. I love him. Love him. Love him. So all right. I'm actually very excited to ask you this question. What is the most important thing to carry with you all the time? And you can't say your cell phone because that is a clear giveaway. The most important thing
like
to
a
carry with you all the time.
physical thing.
You can go both if you want.
So my faith drives everything that I do. So for me, it's like just like my faith in Jesus. I would say that would be the biggest thing that drives what I do and everything.
Probably exhaust him looking down at you saying, "What are you doing?" My God, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the driver of everything.
And obviously your phone to keep track of everything.
Yeah, or my calendar, right?
Oh yeah. Do you have one of those big wall calendars with schedules and stuff?
I actually made one of those a year-long calendar, and then I used it at the beginning of the year, but then I stopped using it. So now I just use my phone calendar. If it's not in my calendar, it doesn't get done. So
that's the most ADHD thing I've ever heard in my life. Because we all saw like shiny object, like I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And then like a month later, we're like, back to what's normal. It's just
exactly.
I love it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Exactly. So Melanie, people can find you at ost.tax.
Mm-hmm.
They can, in the show notes, they can play with your Sally, your AI tax robot.
Yeah.
And your two biggest social medias are Instagram and Facebook.
Mostly Instagram, but yeah, I am on Facebook.
I did find you on LinkedIn. You gotta get better at that, my friend.
I hardly do anything on LinkedIn. It's so out of. I do need
to.
Exactly.
Look what she does. I'll forgive you. Jeez.
Thank you.
I'm exhausted just thinking about your day. My God, it's awesome. But definitely, so check out ost.tax. Find Melanie on socials, and we'll see everyone next week.
That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneur's Enigma, please consider giving us a review in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps us reach new listeners. If you like Entrepreneur's Enigma, consider the other shows on the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcast.net.